Aaron and I were just discussing the sizes of food for, like, at the store, because we have a coupon for 30-ounce mayonnaise, and he currently has 15. And then I was talking about peanut butter, that there's like, oh, here's a little bit of peanut butter. I like to mix it in a shake every once in a while. And then there's like, I like to have a peanut butter jelly sandwich every so often. And then there's, my kid takes a peanut butter jelly sandwich every day for lunch. And then there's finally at the very bottom shelf, you're like, I have an army of peanuts.
I want to commit genocide upon the peanut kind.
Now I'm back down to that sniffle level that I'm like, should I take an Alka-Seltzer because my nose is running a lot? Or should I take a allergy pill?
Probably either.
No.
No?
No, literally they act completely different. One stops histamine. The other one dries out your nose.
True.
And at this point, it's sort of like, I'm sniffling a lot, I'm sneezing a lot. But does that mean I have like a cold? Or do I have, and I have to look for like the small other ones, and sort of like, oh, my throat's still scratchy. This is still a cold. And you're still feeling yours, right?
I'm mostly just congested.
Well, that's what I mean, you're still feeling yours. You're having, yeah. Whereas, after about a week, I contracted, got worse, killed it, and now I'm getting over it, and I'm gonna be done by practice.
Yeah. Whereas I've just like
very, very slowly gotten over it.
Nice. What is with her weather? It's like the rest of the
You literally just heard the weather.
Dying of cold, and here we are. I don't even have to be wearing 2 layers.
Because apparently, to you, the scientists just lit Bunsen burners underneath the icebergs. What is up with this weather? Finally, we are seeing something very tangible about climate change.
True.
The reason why people are like, it's global warming, it's not real. Of course, I guarantee you. It's a third, half the nation right now is under a freeze warning when your daytime high temperature in Orlando is 30, when the top layer of Walt Disney World's lake can freeze.
Yeah, it's...
You know, it's not global warming.
It's climate change.
But that's actually what's happening. The world is warming, but people don't understand that because they don't think on a global scale.
Yeah.
This is climate change. What's happening with our weather? Our specific weather? Climate change. What's happening in the Northeast and the Midwest and the South and the Great Plains and Canada? Climate change. What's happening with the weather on this planet? Global warming. That's what's happening. Okay. And as global warming happens, the poles get warmer, and the variance, the gradient, there we are. The gradient between the poles and the equator gets slightly less, and it doesn't hold the jet stream in a straight line. Do you remember when you were a kid and you'd watch the weather and the jet stream was like this little wiggly blue line?
Yeah.
Like a little wiggly blue line.
Yeah.
Now it's sort of like, because it's not bound by the temperatures at the poles and the...
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's causing it. But yeah, that's the main deal, is the jet stream is becoming unbound, and it's dragging things up or down that shouldn't normally have been there.
Yeah, like the Siberian Express we have.
It's...
Or the polar vortex we had last year.
They're the same thing.
Was that last year? Wow.
By the way, yesterday's vlog for last year was when I moved the bottles into this apartment.
Oh.
And people are like, well, yeah. I'm like, well, that's why, we've got the jet stream, and the jet stream always like cruised right over the 45th parallel. It always was like this weird 45th parallel, and it'd wiggle, and we get a little high pressure, and then we get a little low pressure from Canada, and we get a high pressure from Canada. Now we're like underneath the H, because the high pressure is going so far north. It's sort of like, it's probably not nearly as bad as it is here, but I bet you Vancouver, BC is just, the people are freaking out.
Probably.
And for Canada, they're like arching their eyebrows. Like, what's up with the weather? Oh. or something like that. I was talking with Brad on the phone with this yesterday. When other people start noticing that we have weird weather for when other people start noticing it, means it's gone on too long.
Yeah.
A nice sunny day in the middle of February that we can maybe shuttle down to the hot tub, not unheard of. I've seen 50 degree days in February. I've seen below 20 degree days in February.
Yeah.
But the fact that we've had 3 sunny practices in a row, because the first day you filmed was really sunny, you didn't go the next one, and that was fairly sunny, and then this last one was sunny, and this next one looks to be sunny.
Yeah.
A month of sunny practices. Thank God these clouds are actually coming in, because they don't rain down here, but they're getting over to the Cascades, and they're providing a small snow dusting,
which is needed.
Which, if you've seen the mountain, I'm not thinking we're in any danger of like drought.
Yeah.
But the fact that the rest of the Cascades are not getting a lot of it because they're not raised up high. By the way, they said the new Maxes might be rolling out for testing around the rest of the line.
Awesome.
So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
That's a
Third.
2. What's the number?
3.
3. Okay. Well, we'll see what's going on here at the house. So, I think what's going on over the last couple days is that I'm being stricken with fear, but I don't understand the fear. I just know that it has something to do around football. It's not actually my performance is the thing. And I constantly am thinking, there's always the worry because, without any sort of feedback, you wonder if, it's just like with the new thing that was on Huddle, it's just I couldn't see anything that I did wrong. And I understand that people have their lives they have to get about. And whether it be on Snapchat or on Facebook or Tumblr even, sometimes even on Kick, it just seems like people drop the conversation. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back. And, people don't judge their time very well or something. Like, I have a lot of people that say, be right back, or 2 seconds, or give me just a minute. Hours later, and it's hard for me to talk to people. It's not hard for me to talk to people. It's not an outward thing. Because I talk to the camera all the time. It's hard for me to get people to be able to be talked to. And I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if it's because I'm thinking too deeply about things, or if I'm thinking too much about things, or if I'm just not talking about interesting things and able to keep their little ADD mindset focused for a couple hours. And maybe I'm just being selfish. Maybe I am not listening to their problems also, and they're just treating me the way I treat them. And I have a lot to think about. And maybe that's what I'm fearing, is that I'm actually treating people really terribly, and that they're just returning in kind, I guess. Or if it's not that, then I just know a bunch of asshole people. And I don't think at this age of my life that I'm going to be keeping that many asshole people around me. I've been on the verge of tears all day yesterday. As I said in the description, I had a meltdown yesterday. It wasn't on camera because it happened afterwards. Because I stopped recording before the store. And I haven't really recovered from it since. Because every time I try to talk to someone, because by the time Aaron's able to wake up in the morning and I can talk to him about stuff that's been bugging me all morning, we're walking to the store, we gotta record for the camera, we do our morning stuff, and then we talk, and then he's on the train, and then I come home, and I try to find people to talk to, and they're at work, or they have no idea what I'm talking about, because I find someone new, or someone old to talk to, and they're just like, hey, how's it going? We haven't talked in 6 months. And I'm like, yeah. And I try to talk to my therapist about this, but she's always spinning it back to somehow there's something wrong with my relationship with Aaron. And I've got to hold on that one. I keep pulling her away from it, but she wants to pull it back to that somehow. Because I don't have anyone else I talk about in my life other than Aaron, because he's the one that's around. I talk about the things that are present in my life. I talk about football, and I talk about Aaron, because everything else is like a hummingbird trying to feed, watched them. It's just sort of like, oh, hi, got what you, and then you got what you needed, and then you left. I don't know. I'm gonna go like chill out here. I just need to get something to eat. I needed to get this off my chest. I needed to let you guys know that I'm very, very emotional right now because I've been screwing up, it seems like. Because like I said, I don't know if I just have that many selfish asshole-like people around me, or if everyone is just turning in kind to the way I treat them. God forbid communication and feedback is the thing. No news is good news. Yeah, well, one gets paranoid after a while with no news, because no news is good news is a system of belief. There's no fact behind it, other than the fact that nothing's gone wrong because you've gotten no news. I will chat with you guys tomorrow for One Take Friday, and I'll figure out what's going on. Bye.